one faqih is more burdensome upon shaitan than an abid, a worshipper. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said in another hadith, "Ni'mar rajulul faqih fi din." How wonderful and beautiful is a person who has the understanding of deen. In ihtija ilayhi nafa'a. If he is needed, he benefits. Wa in istughniya anhu aghna nafsahu. And if he is not needed, if people feel free and independent of him, then he keeps himself to himself and he busies himself with his study, with his research. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said in another hadith, نَضَّرَ اللَّهُ إِمْرَأً سَمِعَ مَقَالَتِي فَحَفِظَهَا وَوَعَاهَا وَأَدَّاهَا كَمَا سَمِعَهَا فَرُبَّ حَامِلِ فِقْهٍ غَيْرِ فَقِيهٍ وَرُبَّ حَامِلِ فِقْهٍ إِلَى مَنْ هُوَ أَفْقَهُ مِنْهُ. May Allah keep fresh the face of that person who hears my saying, who remembers it, who memorizes it, and who passes it on just as he had heard it. Because it may happen many a times that my hadith, my wordings reach a person and he himself is not so wise, is not so understanding, but he passes it on to someone who has that understanding. And many a times he may be of wisdom and understanding, but he passes it on to someone who is more wise than him, and he can take more masail out from that hadith which has been passed on. All these ahadith say that you need to take masail out from Quran, from hadith, keeping them in front of us and keeping Allah in front of us, keeping Rasulullah in front of us. There is a way of taking masail and deducting masail out of Quran and hadith. Now, we today are discussing about a particular aspect of our deen. A question has been asked, why should we follow a madhab? Why should we not follow Quran and hadith? So when this question was asked to me, okay, why should we follow a madhab? So I put a counter question. You tell me, why should we not follow a madhab? Maybe you will say, because we have Quran and hadith, so we have to follow the Quran, we have to follow the hadith. Okay, no problem, good argument. But tell me, are you a hafiz of the Quran? Are you a hafiz of the hadith? Do you know all the Qurani ayat? Do you know all the ahadith that you are claiming that you will follow the Quran, you will follow the hadith? If you say so, then you will have to prove it. Let me tell you something. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi, a great imam, hafiz of Quran, hafiz of hadith. Today, people are not hafiz of hadith. They just look in books. And in the books, they don't even look at the Arabic. People don't even know Arabic. They only look at the translations. And many translations are distorted. There is tahrif. They have been messed around and played around with. Even in the translation of the Quran, we have had people who don't know Arabic properly and they change the meaning and do tahrif into the meaning of the Quran. They put some things in brackets to change the meaning of the Quran. Let alone ahadith, let alone Bukhari Sharif, let alone the other books of hadith, playing around with Quran. So, not keeping the translation, we are talking about hadith. Hafiz of Quran, hafiz of hadith. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahmatullah alayhi was asked, can a person give a verdict and fatwa regarding aspects of deen if he has memorized 100,000 ahadith? How many? 100,000. He replied, 100,000? No. The questioner asked, 200,000? No. 300,000? No. 400,000? Imam Ahmad thought for a while, paused, and then he said, maybe if he has memorized 400,000 ahadith, then he can give some jurisdiction and ruling regarding a masla of the deen. See for how important this is. Today people have no knowledge and they say we are going to follow Quran, we are going to follow hadith. You don't know the Quran properly, you don't know the hadith, you're not even a hafiz, never mind hafiz of hadith. In the olden days, ancient days, they used to memorize hadith just as we memorize Quran today. Just as a small boy memorizes Quran and reads to his ustadji, they would memorize hadith and read to their ustad. So they were hafiz of hadith, and still they are saying that no, if you don't know the vast collection of hadith, you can't give any fatwa, you can't give a verdict regarding a masala. So we learn from over here that not everybody can follow just the Quran and just the hadith. Once Mutarrif ibn Abdullah ibn Sheikh was teaching, and someone approached and he said, حدثونا عن القرآن ولا تحدثونا عن غيره. Teach us from the Quran and don't teach us from anything else. So Mutarrif ibn Abdullah ibn Sheikh replied, Bhai, you are right. You know, والله إنا لا نبتغي بالقرآن بدلا ولكننا نريد من هو أفهم للقرآن منا. Wallah, we don't want anything as a replacement for the Quran. What we are searching for is someone who understands the Quran better than us. So this is the understanding of the Quran which not everybody has. Not everybody understands every ayat of the Quran. We want to see someone who has more understanding. He can explain the Quran to us better than our own understanding. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi, he was once teaching ahadith. He used to teach ahadith as well. He was passing on ahadith. Someone approached and he made some remark in a similar manner, that we don't want to hear ahadith, teach us from the Quran, we want to learn the Quran, we want something from the Quran. And Imam Sahib rahmatullah said, oh bhai, do you know you won't find everything in the Quran? You will have to rely on ahadith, study ahadith as well. If you say we're just going to read the Quran and follow the Quran only, tell me, what is the ruling regarding monkey? Is eating monkey's meat halal or haram? Give me an ayat from the Quran. Can you give me an ayat from the Quran which says monkey is haram? No, you won't be able to do that. So you will have to follow the hadith. Hadith will tell you with regards to this. So these types of claim of following Quran, following hadith were just made, but ulama said no, you have to go in-depth study and then take masail out from the Quran. And when the masail are explained by those who understand Quran better than us, then we will obey them, we will listen to them. This is called following the ulama, following the verdict and fatwa given by the ulama. Now, moving on. Let me first explain to you what is a madhab and how was madhab established. Madhab is an Arabic word which means a way, a pathway, a way of going somewhere. It's from zahaba yazhabu, to go somewhere. So you want to go on a pathway, this is called, it's also called maslak. Maslak also has same meaning. We today have 4 madhahib: Hanafi, Shafi'i, Maliki, Hanbali. All these 4 mazahib are come under the umbrella of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'at. Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'at are those who hold on to the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and to the Jama'at of Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in, whose way of thinking, way of practicing is in accordance with the Sunnah of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam and in accordance with the Jama'ah of Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in, the Salafus Salihun. So Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'at is the umbrella with regards to the usul of deen, aqaid, beliefs. The aqaid of all 4 mazahib are same. Hanafi, Shafi, Maliki, Hanbali, all aqaid are same. There is no difference among them with regards to beliefs. Some people mix up things and they say that mazahib are like Hanfi, Shafi, Maliki, Jafari. Now they put Jafari in between. What is Jafari? Jafari is a fiqh. Jafari is from Shia. Shias are not from Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'at. They differentiate from us with regards to the usul and aqidah. So they don't come under that umbrella. Their umbrella is different. They are another group because of their differences in the aqidah. These 4 imams, they have no difference with regards to aqidah. Their aqaid are same. They all follow the path of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'at. Now they come under there. What are these mazahib? How were they established? Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi. Now one more thing. These 4 imams did not come in the same era. They did not get together, sit down on a table chair and research in the deen, mazahib, and they give their own verdict. This is my verdict, this is yours, and say to people, take this, follow that, follow this. their times are different. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi was born in the year 80 after Hijrah. Imam Malik was born in the year 94 after Hijrah. Imam Shafi rahmatullah alayhi was born in the year 150 after Hijrah. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahmatullah alayhi was born in the year 164 after Hijrah. So from their dates of birth, you can see that their eras are somewhat little bit different. Their areas are different as well. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, who is the eldest among them, was in Iraq, in Kufa. Imam Malik rahmatullah alayhi was in Medina Munawwara. Imam Shafi rahmatullah alayhi was born in the year 150 in Gaza, in Palestine. From there, his parents migrated to Makkah. So he was a child when he arrived at Makkah. He grew up in Makkah Mukarramah, and he went on to study from the ulama of Makkah Mukarramah. And then afterwards he moved on to Medina Munawwara and other cities, and then he finally, later on in his life, he lived his last moments in Misr, in Egypt. He resided in Egypt. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahmatullah alayhi was in Baghdad, in Iraq. So their areas are different as well. Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, their both eras are close to one another. They met one another as well. When Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi traveled for Hajj, he came to Medina Munawwara. He met Imam Malik rahmatullah alayhi. Even though Imam Malik was younger, Imam Abu Hanifa was older. Imam Abu Hanifa respected Imam Malik, and they had great love for one another. When Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi sat with him, and he, after a long deep conversation, Imam Abu Hanifa left. Imam Malik said to the congregation, to his students, do you know who this man was? This was Abu Hanifa. If he were to say that that pillar is made from gold, then it would turn out to be made from gold. Meaning, he thinks very deeply, and then he comes to a conclusion, and what he concludes will be exactly as he had concluded. So their both eras are same. Now Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi passed away in the year 150 after Hijrah, the same year in which Imam Shafi is born. Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayhi grows up, and he comes to Medina Munawwara at the age of 14-15. Imam Malik is alive, because Imam Malik died in the year 179 after Hijrah. So Imam Malik was alive at the time, so he benefits and he studies with Imam Malik rahmatullahi alayhi. Then he moves on, he travels to Iraq, Kufa, and over there he studies under the students of Imam Abu Hanifa. Imam Muhammad ibn al-Hasan al-Shaybani, he was a great student of Imam Abu Hanifa, who was still alive. So Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayhi stayed in his company for quite some time, studied with him, and Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal gave him many books as gifts as well, because he saw that this young man is quite zealous, and he has this desire for knowledge, he will understand. Imam Muhammad gave him many books. Over here, Imam Shafi studied, he moved on from there. He says in one place, حَمَلْتُ مِن Muhammad ibn al-Hasani وِقْرَيْ حِمْلَ بَعِيرٍ. I took so many books from him that 2 camel loads, 2 camels can carry. This is the amount of books Imam Muhammad gave me, and I brought from him. Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayhi he studies and he teaches, he goes around. Imam Ahmad is born in the year 164. He goes and he learns from many ulama mashayikh. He learns from Imam Shafi as well, because he gets the time of Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayhi. So Imam Shafi is like a teacher to Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahmatullahi alayhi. And Imam Ahmad has many other asatiza, but also Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayhi as well. Imam Shafi passed away in the year 204 after Hijrah, and Imam Ahmad passed away in the year 241 after Hijrah. This is a brief description of their era. Now if you ponder, these 4 Imams fall to Khairul Qurun, the best of times. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the best time among my ummah is my generation, and then the one after them, and then the one after them. The first generation of Sahaba is up to 100, maybe 110, last Sahabi to pass away. Last Tabi'i to pass away, another 70-80 years, so 180 after Hijrah, and 190 or 190. And then the last Tabi'i to pass away was another 50 years later on, so maybe 240. So last of the Tabi'in finished in 240. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Thumma yafshul kadhib." After that, fabrications, forgeries, and lies will spread out, and this is what happened after that. So they are from the first Khairul Qurun.